Hello, welcome to the Wealthy Trades Daily Market Forecast for April 24th, 2015. Let's get started right away. First of all, let's recap yesterday. Real fast, we were short NWSA along in TSO. Ended up down a little bit for yesterday. It's been a real choppy type of market. Again, I would rather lose a little bit every once in a while than expose myself in a direction and then get that direction wrong. When we're in this type of market, we are in a very kind of like I've been saying, kind of a go nowhere market. But slightly down. I think we can have a real good day today. We'll talk about that in a minute here. Before I do talk about that, I do want to get into an email that I had sent to everybody yesterday. Okay, I emailed this email. It was an earnings alert, and what we did is I called out Amazon to look at the calls, this week's calls. I bought the 387.50 calls for $17. I got it actually in for less than $17. But here's what I want to point out. Amazon is poised to open at probably about 340 or so, actually higher than that, about 345 or so. So here's the thing. It's going to open at about 345. We got in for about 445, maybe even higher. I got in at on the 387s, 340. I got in at the 387.50s. So if it opens at 340, think about this. Literally, we just had a 200% return overnight. Those $17 calls, those $387 calls, 87.50 calls, will be worth about $50 because if it opens at 440, all right, I have the right to own at 387.50. That means my calls are worth $52.50. I bought them before the close yesterday for $17. I actually got in less than $17. That is phenomenal. There is no other asset class in the world that can do that kind of and make that kind of money. Pandora's not looking good, but let me show you an example. If let's say you put $1,000 on Amazon, and let's say it opens up at 440, you put $1,000 on Amazon, and now those $17 calls are now worth $52.50. Well, you're up $2,000. So you turned $1,000 into $3,000, and you're up $2,000. And then you're going to lose $1,000 on here. You're still up $1,000 for the day. That's just an example of if you risk $1,000 on each trade. Phenomenal. That's exactly the reason why we call out these trades. It was much like last week when we called out Netflix. We called out two trades that day: long Netflix and long SanDisk. SanDisk didn't work out that well, but Netflix did phenomenal and more than made up for the losses. And so I will do a recap. This earnings season has been a little volatile starting out. We've been in it for about 2 weeks now. It's been a little volatile, but overall we are up decently. Had some losers, had some really nice winners, and I'll do a recap over the weekend and just kind of give you guys an update of where we're at. But anyway, let's dive into what we're going to be doing today. I am a little behind, so I'm going to go fairly quick. I actually think I'm getting a cold too, unfortunately. But again, we're in a downtrend. Quality's not great. We do need to pair this. I'm going to be smart about this pair. XLY, consumer discretionary, is the place to look for shorts. So let's look at that. I'm going to move all these over into my portfolio. And we're going to find the best shorting opportunity. Then we're going to pair that with a long opportunity. But let's go through this fairly quickly. I'm going to eliminate anything that loses money on both levels to win levels. And I kind of reorganized in the resource section. I reorganized the videos for subscribers and trial subscribers. You have non-subscribers only have videos in podcasts. For the subscribers, you have this premium tab. This is where the options course is going to be. This is where a lot of the premium videos are going to be. So go into that and watch the videos so you understand what we're doing more when I'm talking about these trades. But let's go again. Let's use our pair down technique. Let's eliminate anything that doesn't make money on both sides. I'm looking at the levels to win profit here to make sure it makes money on both sides, and I'm going to eliminate it if it doesn't, like AZO. I already kind of did this, so I believe Nike is going to be the best. Okay, so now I'm going to look for the one that has the widest spread, so 30 and 9. I want to see a real wide spread between those two. So obviously DLR is better than that one. It's better than that one. 36 and 7 compared to 39. Nike's better than that one. Better than that. And better than that. Okay, so Nike is going to be our short this today, but we're going to pair that. We're going to pair that with a long position in the healthcare sector in the XLV, but let's look for the best stock to go long in the healthcare sector. Our weekly trade is actually doing pretty good this week too. It's actually doing really good. We are, if you remember, we are long KR. Which is down slightly, but we're also short SWN, which is up nice. So I'll do again. I'll recap that in my weekly recap video, but that one's looking really good, and our monthlies are looking good too. So outperformance continues. The day trades have been chopped a little bit this week. That's okay because you know what? Our weeklies have done really well. Our earnings plays have done really well. Our monthlies are doing really well. Again, it's about overall performance, not just about one snapshot of one thing. Okay, so we're looking for the best long opportunity to pair with our short opportunity in Nike. Using the same type of technique, making sure I'm eliminating anything that doesn't make money. So now I'm going to look for the biggest spread. So we've got about a 15% spread there. So BCR is better. So we got 30 and 9, 32 and 13. Pretty close. BCR is a little better. 34 and 13. Real close. HCA is slightly better. It's better than that one. Striker SYK 34 and 7. That one's better. And then UHS. Okay, so Striker is our long position. So what we're going to do is we're going to go short Nike at the open. Again, look at the levels to win levels as areas to potentially add. And I'm going to go long Striker at the open and look at the levels to levels areas to potentially add. So that is our trade. For our weekly trade, if you remember, we are long KR, short SWN. That trade's looking really good right now. And for the month, we are still long in the XLV and long in the best sector in the XLV, which is or the best stock in the XLV, which is CAH. So phenomenal trade, earning trade yesterday. Apple, I'm going to get out right at the open. We turned $17 into over $50. It looks like when it opens. Phenomenal trade. Listen, these are only going to be for subscribers starting next week. This is the next 30, 45 days are the exact days that you want to subscribe. $74 a month. I mean, think about this. If you would have taken that Amazon trade, and it's not a recommendation, but if you would have taken that, let's think about this. It would have been, you would have made, if it opens up at 440. Well, you got the 387.50 call. It cost you $17. Okay, you would have made $35 a contract. How much money is that? That's $3,500 in one trade, and we're talking about a subscription that costs $74 a month. It's a no-brainer. Anyway, email me if you have any questions. info@wealthytrades.com. Thank you. Have a great day. I will send out the weekly forecast this weekend, and have a great weekend.